Welcome back to Silverback Stacker's channel. A few weeks ago I went to a coin show in Minneapolis at the Earl Brown Heritage Center. I think it's called the Northwest Coin Club Show or something like that. It happens twice a year. Really great show. So 2 weeks later I had the opportunity to go to a smaller coin show in Bismarck, North Dakota. Bismarck is the capital of North Dakota. I was doing some work in the Fargo area and had some time to get up to the coin show. Actually, while I was there, I got to see Josh from Minot Gold Bullion, and I also saw Seth. So I found this. The first table that I decided to buy anything at was this table where they had these random 1 ounce rounds, coins, bars for, I think it was $33. So I got a, spot was like $29, and the premiums were higher, but I don't expect these guys to take losses. So I just went through what he had really quickly and picked up a few bars and rounds. This is a nice one that caught my eye, and so are these two Engelhard prospectors, right? So I started just grabbing the prospectors right away, and somehow this one made it into the mix. I didn't mean to put that in there. I think I got it mixed in with the prospectors. Oh my goodness. So we got a couple of prospectors. One of them is still in the original packaging, 1982. So the two Engelhard prospectors, this random generic round that I shouldn't have paid $3 for. The quarters bar is worth a lot more than that. Nice 4/9 Canadian, what is it? I think it's a grizzly bear maybe. I have a lot of the wildlife series. I don't think I have a bear. And my son really loves the animals. And then this, Chad Rhino. I think they call that a mandala type design. $33. And finally, the porpoise, bottlenose dolphin, out of Australia. So yeah, $33 each for these rounds. Then I was looking for vintage and Mercs. So I found this guy. He had some Mercs. I just took all that he had. He was charging about 22, maybe 22 and a half times face, which is over spot. But again, most of the guys, I was asking people for Mercs, and they said I didn't bring my Mercs, because spot's too low. And I'm going to save the good stuff for when prices are higher. So I bought what I could of Mercs. This is a nice bit there. And I found another guy. I think this is $10 face for $2.25, so 22.5x. So I bought those two packages of Mercs. And then finally, not finally, but penultimate is these. I was selling war nickels. He had them for like $1.65, which was, I think, spot. I told him, spot's a bit high for war nickels, and I need one tube to complete my box. So I said, I'll buy 40 of them, but I want to pay $1.50 each. So I gave him $60. He gave me 40 war nickels. Actually, I gave him a $100 bill, so he gave me $40 and 40 nickels back. And I'll do something with those in a minute here. The last purchase that I made at the coin show was from this really cute family. It looked like 3 generations, a couple of younger boys in their teens, and the grandpa was there, and then the second generation was there as well. And probably 5 guys working these 2 tables. It was pretty cool. And the little old man was so sweet. I said, hey, how much are those Canadian maple grams? And he said, $100. And I was like, well, it's cheap. I knew that's cheaper than I can buy them online. So I said, I took them. I wasn't really in the market for gold, but $100 for maple grams, you can't beat it, right? And these look like they're older because it looks like a camouflage kind of background. The only ones I've ever seen before are either black or red. So these are new to me. I bought those 2. And then I made another round. I went back to their table and I said, well, you know what? I see you have more grams. How much do you want for those other grams? He said $95 each. He had, what I saw was 2 Pamps and a Velcambi. I said, well, I want the 2 Pamps, but I don't want the Velcambi. So I paid $95 a piece, and I ended up getting 4 Pamp Fortunas in their little assays. So $95 for Pamp Fortuna grams, pretty sweet. From the same family, from the nice little old man. And then one of the sons ended up making a deal for this one. It was labeled $9.50. I said, what is $9.50 divided by 32.15? And he said like $29.59, which is exactly spot price. I was like, oh gosh, got a kilo for spot. And it's one of these pioneers that I kind of have been wanting. So yeah, same family about these. this kilo and those grams, the 6 grams of gold. So yeah, that's the story of the coin show up in Minot. I'm sorry, in Bismarck. I'm gonna go ahead and put these. Let me move this over to the side real quick. Excuse me, you too. Excuse me. Pardon me, gold. Now, I reckon I should count them, right? 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like to put my stacks next to each other, make sure they're about the same height. Sometimes there's more wear on one stack than the other, so they don't have to be exactly the same height. When you buy these in bulk, like if you buy 1,000 of them, you can expect to get like 1,005. But if you buy 40, you need exactly 40. That's what I got. So my last tube of war nickels, and my plan was, I buy metals, and I plan to leave my metals to my children, but not the war nickels. The war nickels I want to leave to my grandchildren. And I'm going to tape this up, and I expect it to be taped up for at least 20 years. Probably longer, because my kids are still too young to have kids, and my grandchildren can have these until they're, well, all old enough to split them up evenly. Who knows in 40 years if these will just be junk or if they'll be treasure. I'll put a note in here, tape it up, and make a time capsule out of it from Grandpa. Some of you didn't know, but I loved you all anyway. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Silverback Stacker is out. No, now I'm out. I love jingle these mercs. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.